Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. What? Hello, welcome back to Learning Curves. I'm Anastasia, and today I want to talk with you about productivity. I'm a mom of two, a wife, a homeowner. I work full time, and I have a YouTube channel. And over the last year and a half, especially, as we've been learning how to live in a pandemic, I have amassed quite a few tricks and tips about productivity, and I'd like to share those with you today. When it comes to struggling with productivity, I find that the two pieces that we're struggling with are either motivation or time, or maybe both. I'd like to start off today talking about time. So I love a metaphor, and when it comes to time, I like to think about it compared to our homes or our living spaces. So when we're time poor, we either need to, one, declutter our time, or two, we need to rearrange the things that are filling our time so that we can fit more in. Kind of like reorganizing your space. I think the first thing you need to do is really survey your time. You know, when you declutter your home, what's the first thing you do? You take everything out, right? All the things you're decluttering, you take them out and you look at them all together. Some people will do a time journal where you'll write down every day how you spent your time, collect all of the things that are filling your time, and take a good hard look at them. So a lot of the time efficiency tools I have are largely from the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, but I really enjoyed the video that Ali Abdaal made about the 4-Hour Workweek. He has a really great summary in there, I think. So I super recommend at least Ali's video. So in the book The 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss has an acronym DEAL, D-E-A-L, and I'm going to kind of take liberties with that acronym. In Tim's acronym, D is for define. I'm going to make D delegate. I think he kind of puts delegate under the E umbrella. We'll get to that. Look at the tasks that are filling your time and figure out which of those you can delegate, which of those you can eliminate, and which of those you can automate. And forget about the L. So eliminate and automate are his. I'm changing the D from define to delegate. Delegating, for many of us, often looks like hiring. Whether you hire a neighborhood kid to mow your lawn, or you treat yourself to cleaners for your home once a month. Taking certain responsibilities off of your plate, especially the things you really, really hate to do that, you know, when you think about how much someone else is going to charge you per hour to take care of that thing for you and how much you don't want to do it per hour. For us, that's cleaning our home. Those are great things to delegate. So when it comes to eliminating, I don't just mean eliminate the task. Eliminating can look like doing two things at the same time. Then you eliminate the need to do that second thing later. You know, if you need to get diapers and groceries, go to Target. Or if you need to watch your baby and make dinner, put your baby in the high chair and feed her puffs to tide her over until your dinner is finished. So another great tool for eliminating is the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. And that is that 80% of the results come from 20% of the efforts. So if you think about writing a paper, 80% of the paper is taken care of with 20% of the efforts, and the other 80% of the efforts are all polishing, fine-tuning, and the same's true with our home. So I'll talk about Parkinson's law in a little bit because that kind of applies here, but with the Pareto principle, I have really tried to eliminate the other 80% of the effort in the situations where I really don't care. I don't let perfect be the enemy of good. So automation can look even just like muscle memory, creating a routine. When you don't have to think about something, when you just do it, you're self-automating, you know, because sometimes deciding to do a thing can take so much more time and energy than just doing the thing. So that's decluttering. As far as using our time more wisely, in Tim Ferriss's DEAL acronym, D stands for define. And I do encourage you to define what your goals are so that you know which things are important, how you really need to be spending your time. There are actually a lot of tools in the 4-Hour Workweek for really identifying what it is that you want so that you can even declutter your goals, because maybe there are things you think you want that you wouldn't actually enjoy. There might be something you're spending a lot of time on that you don't really care about. We have been working really hard to sort of Marie Kondo fold all of our baby clothes. You know, they're so dirty. They have so many clothes and they're always outgrowing them. And just, I feel like we are swimming in children's clothing. And I learned from YouTuber turned HGTV, well, also HGTV host, Cass. I'm not actually sure her last name, but she's the ClutterBug on YouTube, and her HGTV show is Hot Mess House. Something she's recommended that we're switching to with at least our toddler is, instead of having, you know, these little drawer inserts that we are like perfectly vertically folding all the onesies or shorts or whatever for our kids, we're gonna have bins so that when we're doing laundry, you know, you just have the bins out and you're doing laundry. It's undies, socks, shorts, hang the shirts. We're eliminating, but also we're defining what's important to us, which is having those clothes easily accessible and away. And past that, I kind of don't care. I don't care if you open the drawer and it looks perfect. I just want it to know where the stuff is and have it be easy to access. So now I want to talk about something else that's been really life-changing, and that's Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law is that work expands to fill the time allowed. What? Insulting, you say? This actually takes me an hour and a half to do, or 5 hours, or whatever? No. If you give yourself 5 hours to do something, I need to give you an example. I have started setting timers. So a viewer of mine recommended, someone who probably watched one of my videos, but a viewer recommended the Secret Slob channel. And from her, I've learned about, I don't know if she calls it the timer trick, but she will do 5x5 where she gives 5 minutes for 5 different spaces in her home. So she'll set a timer, 5 minutes kitchen, 5 minutes guest room. Finish guest room early, go back to the kitchen. 5 minutes playroom. We've tried that in our home and it is, I even do that actually in my day job. Sorry, I had to take a break for a minute. I don't know if the framing changed or the lighting. It was storming. We're back. If you set a 25-minute timer for one room, you will spend 25 minutes in that one room. And going back to Pareto's principle, 5 minutes is 20% of 25 minutes. So you spend that 20% of the 25 minutes of time in 5 different rooms, and each room is 80% clean. Try it. You will be shocked. You will be shocked. And if you are not shocked, then fine. So the last trick to sort of using your time more wisely is also from Tim Ferriss, and that is batching. Batching is when you take a task that you do frequently and batch it together so that you don't have to do it as much. Examples of this are meal prep or cleaning, that 5x5. That's batching cleaning. That's getting a bunch of cleaning done in 25 minutes. You can't do this for everything, but batching the tasks that I can batch leaves me more space to be able to use the rest of the day to do those things that I'm only doing once a day. So next up, I want to talk about motivation. I could probably make an entire video about motivation, but today I'm just going to keep it kind of high level and give us a few tips and tricks for how to get motivated and stay motivated. Everything we're doing because of a goal. We're doing things for a reason, whether those things are for entertainment or enjoyment or to pay our bills or to clean our home or our bodies or nourish ourselves in some way. We are doing everything for a reason, and knowing my goals and knowing where I'm going or why I'm doing something is what keeps me motivated. I know there's a lot of research behind vision boards, and that's something I'm kind of moving towards, but I try to at least keep front of mind, if not front of eyeballs, what my goals are and where I'm going so that I remember why I have all these things on my to-do list to do. Next up for motivation, I have a few tips about to-do lists. So what I like to do when making my to-do list is to batch that to-do list. I like to sit down and think full picture, what do I need to do? Sometimes this looks like I make a list of the projects I need to do, and then I make a list of the steps that need to happen in each project, or I'll make a list of all the things I need done that day, or all of the things I want to do around the house, or, you know, sometimes these are pie in the sky big lists, but when those things are not down on paper or digitally in a Google spreadsheet, those things are taking up space in my brain and it's like brain noise. So I need to get those things out of my brain and written down somewhere so that I just know that they aren't going to be forgotten, even if they don't need to happen immediately. Another tip for to-do lists, and this isn't actually something that I do, but this is something I know a number of people swear by, so I want to share it with you. Ali Abdaal will make one to-do item that he absolutely must get done each day. So he'll have a list of other things, but he will only have one must-do thing for the day. Erin On Demand, a YouTuber, an Instagrammer, brand strategist, she has her top 3 that she does every day. There are 3 to-dos for each day that she gets done. I do think the positive to having a shorter to-do list is that it can feel really approachable and it can help prevent burnout. However, I personally feel comfortable having more things on my to-do list because I feel like if I don't have a long to-do list, then I'm going to, Parkinson's Law, take all day to do just those few things that are on my list. The next trick I have for tackling that to-do list is to eat the frog. I'm a vegetarian. I don't actually eat frogs, but I learned about this phrase from Amy Poehler on the TV show Making It. She shared it on the TV show Making It. Amy Poehler's obviously from a lot of stuff. But this phrase, I have learned, means to take care of the worst task first. So if there's something on that list, on your to-do list, that you know you have to get done and you don't want to do it, take care of that one first so that it's out of the way. First of all, you will not have that hanging over your head for the rest of the day, but you'll also have the pride and the joy of knowing that that thing is taken care of and done and don't worry about it. A kind of flip side of this is Abdaal has talked about how the more we talk about a project, the less likely we actually are to do it, even if it's something we're really excited about. So I try to make sure that while I'm in one task, while I'm in one project, right now I am reorganizing my kitchen. There will be that video content coming to you. I am trying not to think about the other projects that I need to take care of. I, as someone who makes stuff, have a habit of having 80 projects that are 80% finished because that last 20% isn't exciting anymore to me. It's like, I already know what I'm doing. So it's just like, somebody else finish it. Nobody else is going to finish it. So I'm not letting myself start the next thing I'm excited about until I've finished the first thing, until I've eaten the frog. Next and last up is manage your expectations. Things can often take twice as long as we think they will. And when we have a jam-packed schedule that is just wall to wall, even if we make it to 4 o'clock, hitting everything perfectly, if we get to 4 o'clock and we lose control of the day, the entire day can feel like a failure. But it's not. I encourage you to focus on progress, not perfection, something else I'm kind of stealing from Secret Slob. This is anecdotal, but I don't think anybody thinks they have it all together. You know, when you ask anybody, how do you juggle it all? It's like, I don't. There are balls on the ground. At any point in time in my life, there are aspects of it that I think I have a hold on and aspects of it that I feel like I know I don't have a hold on. In fact, recently, I felt like I had kind of lost control of everything, and I was kind of heading towards a maybe mentally dark period, and I decided to get down to brass tacks and focus on the things I could control, and that was making sure I got enough sleep, making sure I drank enough water, and making sure I ate clean as much as possible and trying to move my body. I got sick. Right when that happened, I got food poisoning. I got sick. And it was like, are you kidding me? This is all I wanted to control was my body. And the universe is like, that's cute. That is rich. You know, I was watching this video. I think it was a Graham Stephan video where he was talking about how over a certain income, if you are in debt now or if you are living paycheck to paycheck, you would be doing so regardless of what your income was. You know, you would always adjust your spending to your income. If you live outside your means above a certain income, you're going to live outside your means regardless of how much your income increases. And I think the same thing is true of productivity, of feeling inefficient or feeling unproductive. You know, I think that for most of us, we are probably a lot more productive than we give ourselves credit for. In a world where the exception has become the rule, where the highest standard has become what we should all be striving for, sometimes productivity is not about actually being more productive. It's about feeling more productive. I think we need to be gentler on ourselves. And while you may enjoy having wall-to-wall time commitments, if that's not something you enjoy, I think you should give yourself permission to not get everything done, because I think feeling like we're failing is going to make the wins less fulfilling. Really, the number one thing that's changed for me, that's made me feel more productive, has not as much been decluttering my time or making better use of my time or having more motivation. It's been being more present in my time. So when I'm lying around having a lazy Sunday in bed with my babies watching Pixar and my husband, I look at my babies' faces and I understand that they're not gonna, I'm gonna start crying. They're not gonna be this tiny forever. Tomorrow they'll be older. Yesterday they were younger. Today is the only day they're this. And if you don't have babies, you will only be this age this day. The only thing that's constant is change. The biggest difference for me has been being present and appreciating what I have accomplished and understanding that these are the days of our lives. You know, there's, watch Soul. In the movie Soul, there's a story at one point about this fish who swims up to an older fish. The younger fish says to the older fish, hey, I'm looking for the ocean. Can you tell me where to find the ocean? And the older fish is like, the ocean, this is it. You're in the ocean. And the younger fish is like, no, this is water. I'm looking for the ocean. That's life. We are in it. You know, I feel like we spend so much time trying to get things done to get past them instead of paying attention to the doing. You know, it's about the journey, not the destination, for better or for worse. It's a wild ride. Enjoy the ride. Be kind to yourself. Take some of the pressure off. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found something useful in here. If you did, or if you have other tips and tricks, please let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, please like this video and please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.